Captain Marvel is flying into theaters in March 2019, and we have so many questions that we can't wait to get answered. Here are some of the hottest fan theories that you need to know before you see the latest movie from MCU.
I'm gonna end it.
What we know for sure. The internet is buzzing with any details we can get about the new Captain Marvel movie, and the internet has dissected them into the tiniest details. Here's what we know so far about Captain Marvel. At some point, Carol Danvers was a fighter pilot. It appears that she crashes and nearly dies. Then she meets up with a young Nick Fury. The two become partners to stop an alien invasion.
Grunge is a good look for you.
Did you have a rough day, Agent Fury?
Funny enough, Captain Marvel isn't fully human herself. And we know this because her blood is blue. It's soon revealed that she is part Kree. If you remember from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, the Kree are a fierce warrior race. We don't know whether Captain Marvel was born Kree or if she becomes Kree through some mad scientist process. Earth is being invaded by Skrull. Skrull are an evil alien race that can disguise themselves as human. That's why you see Captain Marvel punch an old lady on the train. The sweet old grandma is actually a Skrull. Carol Danvers also has some memory issues. She has a few memories from a past life on Earth, but she can't piece it together. Thanks to Samuel L. Jackson, we also know that Captain Marvel is possibly the strongest hero in the entire MCU. And she has the ability to time travel. We also know that some familiar MCU faces are making an appearance. Two Kree from the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise are back. Ronan the Accuser is played by Lee Pace. To refresh your memory, Ronan was Thanos' ally man in the first Guardians movie. He went after the orb for Thanos in exchange for the decimation of Xandar. But he kept the orb's Infinity Stone for himself and was defeated by Star-Lord. Korath, the Pursuer, is played by Djimon Hounsou. He is an officer under Ronan's command. In Captain Marvel, these two Kree will be members of the Star Force, along with Carol Danvers. The other familiar face is Agent Coulson. Fans were gutted when he met his end by Loki in the first Avengers, but he comes back as a younger version of himself in Captain Marvel. Nick Fury's eye. One of Nick Fury's defining characteristics is his eye patch. He is missing an eye, and this makes him look super tough. But we don't know how Fury lost his eye. If you watched the Captain Marvel trailers, you probably noticed something huge. Young Nick Fury has both of his eyes.
I'm just supposed to take your word for that.
We know this movie takes place a few years before the first Iron Man movie. Sometime between these two films, he lost his eye. It's been pretty much confirmed that he loses his eye in this film. Seriously, what is with Marvel and eyes? Just look at Thor. But how will it happen? One theory has to do with Captain Marvel's cat, Goose. In the second trailer, Fury is seen going all gaga for his kitty. It would be hilarious if Tough Fury lost his eye to something as cuddly as a cat. In the comics, Nick Fury lost his eye in World War II. But considering Captain Marvel takes place 50 years later, that doesn't make sense for the movie. Nick Fury is apparently going to double-cross his boss, Talos. And Talos could be responsible for the loss of his eye. Also, what if it's Captain Marvel that causes it? In Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Fury says that the last time he trusted someone, it cost him an eye. That sounds like it's going to be something way more intense than just fighting a Skrull. What do you think is responsible for taking Nick Fury's eye? Captain Marvel is a Skrull. In the trailers, we see Captain Marvel undergoing some sort of brain procedure. It looks super painful and terrifying, but we don't have any idea what this means. Was this when she was rescued by the Kree and got powers? Did someone implant false memories of life on Earth into her brain? Or did she willingly undergo this procedure to find her missing memories? Some fans think that there is another explanation. They think that Captain Marvel might be a Skrull in disguise.
I'm not what you think I am.
We know that Skrull can shapeshift to look like any other species. Here's a thought. Maybe Captain Marvel doesn't know who she really is. The Skrull want her to find out the truth, so she'll help them. She could be a Skrull who was brainwashed by the Kree. Some people think that Nick Fury is going to figure out that she is a Skrull in disguise. They may have a showdown. Okay, we know this may seem like a stretch. If she is a Skrull, that would definitely make her even more powerful. The ability to look like anyone else would come in handy for the Avengers. But even if she is a Skrull, this doesn't mean that she's evil. She could be fighting to take down her own people. It would also explain how she is able to easily identify the old woman Skrull on the train. Captain Marvel's mom. Peter Quill's dad is evil in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Tony Stark and his dad didn't have a great relationship. Odin lies to his sons about having another kid who is super evil in Thor Ragnarok. And let's not forget that Thanos adopted Gamora after wiping out her planet. Then he sacrificed her for the Soul Stone. Marvel is changing things up with a female superhero in a starring role, so what if they change things up to include some mommy issues? Actress Annette Bening is in the Captain Marvel trailers. She says that the Kree saved Carol's life the day it nearly ended. They gave her superpowers and trained her to become a warrior hero. She says they made her one of them. There are a couple of possibilities here. One is that you can become Kree even if you're born another race. That could be why Ronan and Korath don't look human. The other possibility is that Carol was always Kree but was raised human on Earth. A popular theory is that Annette Bening's character will turn out to be Carol's mom. Was she a human that turned Kree? Does Carol have a human father? We have so many questions. Also, the Kree aren't exactly good in the Guardians movies. It's possible that Benning's character turns out to be a villain. A parent that turns out to be bad isn't exactly new territory for the MCU. Thanos warning. There are a lot of theories about Captain Marvel's role in Avengers Endgame. Many people think that she is the only one strong enough to defeat Thanos and wield the Infinity Gauntlet, but we are focusing on her role in Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is obviously an important superhero, but she is missing from all of the other alien invasions in the MCU. Why does Nick Fury decide to call on her at the end of Infinity Wars? One theory suggests that she actually warned Fury about Thanos' plan. We know that she has the ability to time travel. She might know exactly what Thanos planned to do. Nick Fury contacts her on a super old pager, but S.H.I.E.L.D. has a really advanced technology. It sure looks like Fury knew exactly what to do when half the universe started getting vaporized. This could explain why he was carrying this super old pager on him. There's a good chance that Fury knew exactly what was going to happen. Captain Marvel might be the one who warned him. Then she told him to page her when it goes down. The cat. When the poster for Captain Marvel dropped, there was one other character featured. A cute orange cat was seen in one corner of the poster. Why would a cat be in the poster unless it is really important to the plot? Here's what we know about the cat. In the movies, his name is Goose, but in the comics, Carol's cat is named Chewie after Chewbacca from Star Wars. In the comics, Chewie is no ordinary cat. He is an alien called a Flerken. Flerkens look a lot like cats, but they are way weirder. They actually lay hundreds of eggs at a time. We've already talked about how funny it would be if Nick Fury lost his eye to a cat. Of course he would trust a cute kitty. And Fury does have scars that look like claw marks. If this is the case, Goose may just be trying to protect his owner. But what if Goose isn't a good kitty cat? What if Goose is a Skrull? That would be a perfect way to get insider information on Captain Marvel. Flerkens also have a really strange power. Inside of each of them is a dimension to another dimension or timeline. It's possible that Goose exists in a completely alternate timeline from the rest of the MCU. If that's the case, Goose may save the entire universe. That leads us to our next theory. Captain Marvel is trapped in the quantum realm. You probably remember the quantum realm from the Ant-Man movie. This is another dimension where time and space are irrelevant. We know the quantum realm is going to be important in both Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame. In the comics, the heroes who get snapped out of existence end up in the Soul Realm. Thanos is outsmarted, and the Time Stone is used to turn back time to 24 hours before Thanos snaps his fingers. There are a couple of characters who are not part of MCU that play a crucial role in the comics. A lot of people think that Captain Marvel is going to be the one who takes on this role. She already has the ability to time travel. The leading theory is that the rest of the Avengers are trapped in the quantum realm. But what if Captain Marvel is already trapped there? That would explain why she hasn't been around for all the other MCU movies. If Goose has a whole other dimension inside him, it could turn out to be the quantum realm. Goose and Captain Marvel might exist outside this reality. And we know that Ant-Man was able to escape from it. That means Captain Marvel can too. In the comics, Captain Marvel wields the Reality Stone. This would allow her to reconstruct reality without Thanos. Everyone would come back. Or maybe she just frees everyone from inside her cat. Wouldn't it be awesome if the cat is the key to saving the universe? We can't wait to find out more about the quantum realm. Doctor Strange. Captain Marvel takes place about a decade before the first Iron Man, but that doesn't mean that we can't have a crossover from another superhero. There is one other MCU hero who can travel through time. That is none other than Doctor Strange. He has also visited other dimensions. In Infinity Wars, Doctor Strange calculated all the possibilities for the Avengers to be successful. He saw only one possible outcome, and that required Thanos to succeed in snapping half the population out of existence. There is a theory that he didn't just do some fancy calculations, he might have actually time traveled. If he sees that Captain Marvel is the key to beating Thanos, he would need to warn someone, right? Well, what if he went and warned Captain Marvel herself? He could travel back to the early 1990s and meet her. He could also travel to tell Nick Fury to summon Captain Marvel at just the right time. We think it would be awesome if Doctor Strange showed up in Captain Marvel. If he does, Marvel is doing a great job at keeping it under wraps. But they've kept bigger secrets from their fans before. Two time-traveling superheroes are going to really come in handy, especially in Endgame. We are so excited about Captain Marvel. It premieres on March 8th, 2019. So, which of these fan theories do you think are correct? What else do you think will happen in the new movie? Let us know in the comments. Those are some of the most interesting theories about Captain Marvel. For more MCU news, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching and see you next time on The Things.